Hey guys, and welcome back to my reaction video. Here we go, Loki episode number 2. So after the first episode, and obviously the introduction of the TVA, my mind has literally just been wandering because with the introduction of them, literally you can go back to so much of the stuff that's happened in the MCU and kind of think, why haven't the TVA done something about things that have already happened? I.e., Captain America going back in the past. Surely the TVA are like, maybe branched reality, maybe need to get rid of it. Wanda causing the whole Westview thing, maybe kind of messing up with reality. Hey, she's a Nexus being, maybe we should do something. Obviously, when most of these things were happening, the TVA wasn't necessarily a thing within the MCU, but because they've been introduced, I'm just really thinking, because obviously, like, at least with the Scarlet Witch, we know she's gonna be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, they can just go back and do so much with things that have already happened, or to kind of like further explain why maybe they didn't go back, or maybe it was also always part of the sacred timeline. There's just, I just want to see cameos galore. I just cannot wait, so let's just go into it. Always a good song. I mean, that song is always a bop. It just gets the blood flowing. It's Lady Loki. I know it. Just show her face.
Are you recording or are you alive?
Sort of both. That is not nice. Jerk.
You can't hide in the
It's like she's a Pokemon. Miss Minutes, I choose you!
The TVA has pruned a lot of these guys, almost more than any other variant.
Whereas duplication casting entails recreating an exact facsimile of one's own body.
Take a breath. Noted. We're gonna break.
I do like the fact that within this show, they've kind of just already like set up the fact that Loki, across all the variants, is just this mischievous bastard. So they've had to prune a lot of them. So it's just, the writing of the show is so well done. This is only episode 2.
Those you underestimate will devour you. You underestimate me. I'll need to speak to the timekeepers at once. They're in graver danger than we realized.
He's lying. Just playing games. There's no one out there. Had me for a second. My ears are sharp too.
She does not give a fuck.
Creation of the TVA.
Those are classified.
Everything and everyone around you is destined for imminent destruction. Mine's not going to branch. Because it gets destroyed.
You've literally stabbed people in the back like 50 times.
If it were me, this is where I would hide.
You're the fool the TVA brought in to hunt me down. If anyone's anyone, you're me.
I'm going to overthrow the timekeepers. Loki.
Don't call me that.
Okay. Have we seen Loki use telekinesis before?
I have shit to do.
I mean, as of right now, this, if it's Lady Loki, this Lady Loki person or other Loki, is vastly more powerful than our Loki, because it seems that he or she is actually able to either possess or mind control while still actively doing things himself. So, again, if Loki had telekinesis, I don't know why he's barely using it now versus using it before, because I really don't think he's ever used it. It's a handy skill to have. It really is.
This isn't about you.
Not possible. Somebody just bombed the sacred timeline.
Okay, I 100% see why Loki is getting such good reviews. I always had faith. There's never a doubt that I thought it wasn't going to be a good show. But I mean, it just has not stopped in like the best way possible. It just keeps on building and building. I mean, we're only in episode 2 and Lady Loki called it. I so called it. Anyways, Lady Loki literally in episode 2 has bombed the sacred timeline. Like, they are just moving through the plot very, very quickly. And I only mention that because what is the show going to be about then? Because when you originally saw the trailer, you know, I thought maybe like the whole Loki being part of the TVA was going to be kind of like a longer part of the narrative. But he's already kind of like ditched the TVA. And he's like, let me go join Lady Loki. Or, you know, we don't know yet because it's Loki. Maybe he is joining her. Maybe he's going to stop her. We don't know. And that's the great thing about Loki. He's such a wild card. So you do not know what he's planning until he literally tells you. But I knew it. I called that it was Lady Loki. It would just make sense. But when I'm starting to think about it, and then obviously with all the rumors that were out about the show before it actually started, there was casting news about a young actress being cast as the young Enchantress. So for all those people who don't know, the Enchantress is essentially kind of another Asgardian, you know, and she's kind of been a paramour and a love interest for Thor back, you know, sometimes. But essentially, she's just kind of a Lady Loki, essentially. She's a very powerful sorceress, so she can do like magic and spells. She's very hot, blonde, and I only say that because in the comic books, Lady Loki is essentially female Loki, but she has like dark hair. This is a blonde version of Lady Loki, and though that can just easily be just like a way to make them look more contrasting, what if Marvel is now taking the character of Lady Loki and kind of meshing her into the character of the Enchantress? And in Marvel, in the comic books, there's essentially 2 Enchantresses. So the first one I mentioned, the one who's a sorceress, love interest for Thor, her name is Amora. This one, I think, is not her. There's another Enchantress, and essentially was created and bestowed her powers by Loki. So her name in the comic books is Sylvie, and in the credits, that's what this character is named. She's not named Lady Loki, she's named Sylvie. So I do think maybe they're combining the 2 characters, or maybe, you know, it's a red herring in the show. Maybe she isn't a Loki variant at all, and she's essentially hiding that fact, when in reality, she's someone completely different. And seeing the fact that she doesn't like to be called Loki, maybe she's just, you know, like taking on the guise of Loki without actually being Loki. There's so much still to find out, and the fact that they've already revealed that it's quote-unquote Lady Loki means there's still more to figure out, obviously, because it's only episode 2. So, just tell me now. I'm just gonna keep on calling her Lady Loki until we know otherwise, because it's just more fun to say. I do think Lady Loki is far more powerful than our Loki, like I mentioned before, because she has a whole mind controller possession, and I think she's actually telepathic too, because at the very end, you hear Loki's voice in the background, but Loki himself isn't talking. And when she responds, "This isn't about you," she's not responding to him because he's not speaking. It's like she's responding to his thoughts. So I think she's telepathic. Yay! I just get massive Jean Grey vibes whenever I see telepathy and telekinesis. I'm like, just give me Jean Grey. Alright guys, well that's it for my Loki reaction episode 2. What did you guys think? Do you think she's Lady Loki? Do you think she's the Enchantress? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. If you have any other theories or what you think is going to happen in Loki, please do drop me a DM. You can find me at DriftingDCal on Instagram. And don't forget to check out my podcast, The Geeky Gentleman. If you want to support it, you can find it on Patreon. So give it a listen, give it a look, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye guys.